Anyway, it's our goal, because we all know that within the next few decades, it will be mandatory to find new sources of red blood cells in complement of the traditional transfusion service. So we have been looking for blood substitutes for more than 50 years, and up to date it failed. So we are trying a new way, starting from stem cells, and we have confidence that within the next 10 years, 10 years, we will be able to use them for clinical application.
That this kind of products will be a solution for all the diseases that now are treated with red blood transfusions, I mean like thalassemia or sickle cell blood cell.
And I would say that it's depending on the country we're living in. Okay. If we are living in Europe or in the States, we all have an efficient transfusion service, medical service. And in this country, we are sometimes lacking red cells, so it's a new source of a complementary source of red cells. But we have some situations of people who receive frequently transfusion, and they are progressively immunized against the red blood cells we transfuse. So sometimes we reach a level where we don't know what to transfuse to them because we are in a situation of impossible transfusion. So these are the people we are targeting. And it's people who have thalassemia or who have sickle cell disease, for instance, or people who have blood disease with leukemia or any malignant disease from the bone marrow. So these people are the first target of this new labile blood product. But the other situation concerns a country where you don't have yet a good transfusion service. For instance, in Africa or in India or in China. And it could be of interest to have a centralized factory to make red cells for this specific situation. But that's for the future.
There are different possible sources of stem cells. In your opinion, which is the best sources?
So, at the moment we are thinking about what could be the ideal stem cell source. But we have to be pragmatic. The next step will be which one we will be able to make huge quantities of red cells. So at date, the most efficient is the cord blood and hematopoietic stem cells from cord blood. So from this source we can generate a lot of units of packed red blood cells. But ideally, we would like to have an infinite source of stem cells, producing day after day red cells. And the candidates are the pluripotent adult stem cells. So, you are true, in the future, either the donors will give the blood or will give the stem cells, but they still continue to give. So at date, please continue to give your blood.
Which are the most important problems that scientists have to face to realize this industrial production, and how much?
Everything is not solved, but we know the way, where to go. The challenge now is to conceive the prototype for a machine to produce on a large-scale basis these units of red cells. And our challenge is to be able to propose a tool within the next 3 to 4 years. And at that time, if we can generate enough red blood cells, we will be able to start the clinical studies. How much? What's the price of that? So today there is no price because there is no market. When we will be able to generate these units of packed red cells, there will be some clinical application will become obvious. So progressively the price will be established by itself. And what we imagine is that these new labile blood products would have the cost of the most expensive product nowadays. And if you make a comparison, of course today it's very expensive, but 30 years ago in some countries there was no telephone. Today everybody has at least 2 mobile phones. So it's a technological point, and I really think we can achieve it.